question is hypothetical time travel backwards.
Is that really how you interpreted the question also?
Is that what you're asking? If he could go back in time, would he do it differently? Is that not what you're asking?
Yeah, that is what I asked him.
Okay, well,
I don't think that asks him to do time travel.
It's asking him to speculate.
Okay.
So I'm objecting
so
to
object
that.
to speculation.
And I'm
that's
objecting
fine.
that it's harassing as well.
Excellent. I'm harassing. Thank you. If you could go back in time and not arrest her, would you arrest her or not?
I can't say what I would do.
Okay. Do you feel that the arrest of her was proper or not?
The detainment was proper.
The detainment was proper. What information did you receive regarding suspicious activity?
I'm not sure what the question means.
Okay. The part that you highlighted here says any member receiving information regarding suspicious activity should take any necessary, immediate, and appropriate action. What I'm asking you is, what did Ms. Bergquist do, or what information did you receive regarding suspicious activity?
The fact that she was videotaping the building and possibly inside the doors, is suspicious.
Okay. Is it against the law to do that?
Not necessarily.
Is it ever against the law to do that?
No.
Thank you. So if you detain somebody for doing something which is not against the law, isn't that an unlawful detainment?
Not if we're required to do a report and we can't justify what they were doing there.
Okay.
So,
Are you familiar with the Cook County Sheriff's Office Strategic Operations Center informational bulletins? Do you know what those are?
yes.
There's one that's titled Photographing Exterior of County Facilities. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hand you what's been marked as Exhibit 2. And this is bait stamped CCSAO, Bergquist 000016 and 17. I'm going to find a spot that it doesn't obstruct any of the words, and I'm going to ask you to take this document. I'm also going to give you my highlighter again. Tell me if there's anything there that allows you to detain people for taking pictures. All right. You highlighted date of information June 20th, 18, and date of report June 2018. Did you understand my question?
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to hand it back to you again.
Okay.
And the question is there anything in here that allows you to detain people for taking pictures outside of the building?
Okay, the answer to it is this bulletin came out after the fact.
So what you're saying is that this modified the county's policy?
I did not have this bulletin in my hands in order to make a decision.
Did you hear my question?
I don't know if it modified their policy or not. All I know is I did not have the bulletin in my hands on March 28th to make a decision.
Does Exhibit 2, the informational bulletin, contradict in any way the suspicious activity reporting policy 172 that's marked as Exhibit 1?
Okay.
And I'll give them both back to you.
Sure.
All right, you just highlighted something else on Exhibit
Yes,
1.
I did.
This says the policy was issued on June 1st, 2018, and shall become effective upon issuance. Okay, well, you must not be understanding my question. What I'm asking you is, Exhibit 1, suspicious activity reporting, your testimony is that this allows you to detain people taking pictures outside, right?
Correct.
Okay. Exhibit 2, does this allow you to take pictures, detain people of taking pictures? Does Exhibit 2, the informational bulletin, allow you to detain people for taking pictures outside of the building?
What I'm saying is that both of those bulletins came out after the fact. I did not have those at the time to make a decision.
Right, I didn't ask you that. Did you hear the question? What was the question?
You want to know if it had the information in there that you're looking for.
No. Okay, so let me explain the question. The question is very simple. Is there anything in Exhibit 2 that gives you the authority to detain people for taking pictures outside of the building? You have my highlighter. Please highlight the part that talks about that.
No.
Okay. So, if I understand your testimony correctly, Exhibit 1 gives you authority to detain people for taking pictures outside. Exhibit 2 does not give you authority to do that, right?
Correct.
Don't they contradict each other in that regard?
Okay, yes.
They do. Okay, so if they contradict each other, then which one should we look at? Which one do we listen to? Exhibit 1 or Exhibit 2?
Well, the bulletins are just bulletins. The other ones are policy.
Is it possible that you're just not understanding the suspicious activity reporting when you think that it tells you that you get to detain people for taking pictures?
Okay, so you're asking my interpretation of it?
Yeah.
Okay, my interpretation is yes, I can detain.
Okay. I'm asking you, rather than saying that we have two opposing documents here put out by the same county, isn't it possible that really they don't contradict each other? And the explanation here is simply that you don't understand Exhibit 1, the suspicious activity reporting policy.
Okay, and again, both of those came out after the fact. I did not have those to go back and utilize to make a decision.
What question did I just ask you?
Okay, your question, my answer to your question is I don't know.
Okay, what question? What
You
question are
wanted
you
to
saying
know
you don't know to?
You wanted to know
Can you
if,
repeat the question,
Sure.
please?
Do you not know the question?
repeat it.
Okay, fine. The question is very simple. Isn't it possible that Exhibit 1 and Exhibit 2 don't contradict each other, and that the explanation for why you think they do is that you don't understand Exhibit 1?
No,
It's not possible.
it's not possible.
Okay, because in your mind, Exhibit 1, Suspicious Activity Reporting Policy 172, allows you to detain people taking pictures outside if you believe that it's suspicious.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any objective component to that, or is it only subjective?
Subjective.
Completely subjective. So if I'm standing outside taking a picture and you feel that my shirt is suspicious, you can detain me for that, right?
I'm object again. Calls for speculation.
What kind of shirt are you wearing?
Regular blue button-down shirt.
Okay, I don't find anything suspicious about that.
What if you do? Then you're allowed to detain me, right?
I'm going to object again. Calls for
Yeah.
speculation.
Do I get an answer?
You want to know if I object to your shirt?
No, that's not what I asked you. I asked you, I'm trying to use an example, but it doesn't have to be an example if you don't want it to be. If there's something, your testimony is that it's completely subjective. It's up to whichever officer is looking. If that officer subjectively believes that's suspicious, you get to detain that person. That's your testimony, right?
If we feel that it somehow it could interfere with the security of this building and the people in it, yes.
Did you hear my question?
That was my answer.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you another question. Is there any objective component to it, or is it strictly subjective?
Explain the difference.
Okay. Do you know the difference between objective and subjective?
I'd like to hear what you're asking me.
Do you not know the difference between objective and subjective?
Okay, can you ask the question?
I don't have to answer your questions today.
Okay.
I asked you a question. Do you know the
Again,
difference?
I'm not understanding your question then.
Okay. Do you know the difference between objective and subjective?
Yes.
Okay. What is the difference in your own words?
One is concrete and one is I can't think of another word for it.
Which one is concrete, objective or
Subjective.
subjective? Okay, so objective is concrete. All right. Subjective is how you personally feel about something, right? Right?
Perception.
Perception. Your own perception. Right?
Correct.
Not based on any objective evidence, but based on your own subjective opinions and beliefs of what's happening, right?
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm asking you is, and I just want to make sure I understand this, because you're a lieutenant, right?
Yes.
How many ranks are there above lieutenant in Cook County?
Ranks, actual merit ranks?
Yeah, how much higher do we get?
That's it. It's the last merit rank.
So you're the highest.
Yes.
Congratulations. So as a lieutenant, you're telling me that these policies that I'm looking at allow a police officer to detain anybody who they subjectively believe is acting suspicious.
Well, first of all, those
Yes or
aren't
no?